What's up? I'm back live, or should I say not live, pre-recorded, but unscripted. Pre-recorded and unscripted. And so, had another topic, talking to a friend of mine. He actually brought this topic to my attention, and he was talking about electric cars. But not even electric cars, but electric power stations for the cars. He had went to a certain location, I believe on top of a building or a parking lot. I saw all these charging stations for electric cars. And so we got on the topic, or rather he called me up and we started talking about the electric cars, whatever, texting back and forth, whatever, about the electric cars and the power stations. And he was saying, you know, how cool would it be to get involved in that, to get involved in the electric cars and the power stations, and it's only a matter of time before it all takes over. And when it does, are they going to have enough power stations, locations to power up all the cars? Because obviously they're not going to produce 1 million cars and have nowhere to charge up the cars, because then there'd be a line going down the block and around the corner. So eventually it's going to happen. It's just going to happen over time, where they're just going to build so many cars and they got to have so many power stations around the country. Similar to the gasoline cars. You got gasoline cars and you got to have gas stations to power. And so I said, you can look at it from a consumer point of view and say, hey, I would just like to get involved in that by purchasing one. It looks cool, costs a lot of money. I don't care. I want one. I want what's hot. Or you can look at it from, hey, how do I invest in that? Or how do I get my kids involved in something like that? Well, this is where cutting edge technology, brilliancy, being smart, being ahead of the curve comes into play. If you look at it from an investing part, it goes like this. Compare it to the cell phone industry. Where in the cell phone industry, when it first started off, well, not first started off, it was hot, but then it kept getting hotter and hotter and hotter. It kept getting hotter and hotter, and it went through these waves, up and up. Critical mass just kept going up and up. And there was only really two parts to the cell phone. It was really only like the cell phone and a way to charge it, the power cord, and I guess you can include a way to hold it. Put it in a holster or some sort of leather sleeve. Those were really the main parts of the cell phone. You just got the cell phone and charging it via the battery, the cord, and blase, and maybe a car charger. Similar to this electric car, you only have the electric car and the power station. That's all that's going on right now. That's the buzz. An electric car and a power outlet or power station. Gasoline cars, you have the gasoline car, and then you have a place to put the gas in called a gas station. So with this electric, and I'm talking to him, I'm saying, well, look, you can look at it like that, electric car and a power station, and when or how fast can they build new power stations. But people want to be making a living off electric cars like they was with the cell phones. And when the cell phones was taking off, and it seemed like it peaked right before the smartphone and the Apple phone. But then all of a sudden, it just kept going up and up because the smartphone and the technology and the cell phone just going crazy. And now people are making a living off of the cell phone industry and not necessarily the actual cell phone, because the actual cell phone piece is down packed. The most important part of the cell phone is down packed, making and receiving calls. Now people are making a living off if your phone breaks, insurance packages for your phone if it's stolen or broken, sleeves, different colors, different textures, material, different types of cords, you know, anything that you could think of involved with a cell phone is being sold from a dollar store to the gas station all the way up to the most expensive stores out there. And that was just from a cell phone and the power cord, or the cell phone power cord and the sleeve or the holster that you put it in. So when you think of the electric car, you got the electric car and you got the power station. But soon people are going to be making a living off of the electric cars, but you can't see it yet. You don't know what it is. And I was telling him this might be a good idea to get involved early before critical mass hits. And how do you get involved? Well, the only thing I can think of right now is basically invest in stocks. And if you can get connected with a college student, if you can get connected with an engineering student, someone who is very gifted and crafted and intelligent at building and creating things or making things better. Right now, we don't know where the electric cars is going. We don't know what's going to be invented. We don't know what the need is going to be, but it's going to be coming. And it's good to get connected with people, a group of people, like the Steve Jobs of the world and other inventors who got together with a group of people, intelligent people, who saw things and started just talking like we're talking now, just started talking about things. Because right now, we don't know what the electric car is going to need other than power stations to power up the car. But it's coming. You're going to need something. It's going to be something needed. Something's going to be need to be invented, created, perfected when it comes to the electric cars. And people are going to be making a living off of electric cars. And we can't see it yet. You don't know nothing about it because you got to be the creator. You got to be the inventor. You got to be around people who are talking like you're talking or thinking like you're thinking. So I gave him something to think about. He's definitely investing in stocks. He's not a professional. He's not like an avid investor. I'm not an avid investor. I'm not a professional in that. But to have those types of conversations with people, you get that momentum started. So that's my tip for the day. That is my golden nugget tip. If you're looking for something to invest in or get started in, you can't see it. You may not make no money in it until 10, 15, maybe 20 years from now. And so if you look at it that way, if you're not retiring until 10, 15, or 20 years from now anyway, if you're banking on Social Security, retirement, your pension, and some other money that you got in your savings account that's getting like maybe 1%, okay, you can bank on that if you want. You can venture around out every week and think that you're going to bank on, lottery tickets and casino trips, or get connected with some intelligent people who are looking at the next big thing in a certain industry. The industry of technology is not going nowhere. Cutting edge technology is not going nowhere. It's just a matter of what exactly is needed in the technology field. And electric cars is coming. It's coming. And when it comes, a lot of people are going to think like consumers. But then you got other people, grad students who just started college, people who not in college, are going to come up with a brilliant idea. They're going to create something, a need. They're going to see something that's a problem and come up with a solution. And it's going to be involved in that electric car market. Because right now, the electric car is based off the electric car and where you're going to charge the electric car. No one is interested in buying an electric car because they don't know where they're going to charge it up at, for the most part. The price of the electric car may be a little expensive, but the price is going to go down. So if you think like a consumer, you go out and buy one. But if you think like an investor on how you want to get involved in it, you might want to get with some people that are actually smarter than you are. All right, that's my tip for the day. As usual, peace and love. Another gorgeous day. And on this topic of electric cars, should you invest? How do you invest? Or when do you start? Like where's the starting point in this? The starting point in it is having a conversation with other people who want to have conversations about change, not conversations about partying all the time or conversations about the latest gossip, but a conversation about the next big thing, All right, peace and love. Till next time, you know who it is. Holla at your boy. Tell me how you feel about the video. If you want to touch on it, leave a message in the comments.